Shotgun as he gets the snap. Play action pass. Looking and hit from behind. It is Highsmith. First sack of the game for the Steelers back at the 10-yard line.
Or that. You could just get a sack and then you don't even have to worry about the mesh point. You don't have to worry about any running situation here. What a great job. Whew. Alex Highsmith just came right down the line, the inside half of Ola Fashanu, and makes a tremendous play.
And Oots is in there at the fullback position. Play action pass. Pressure coming, and down goes Darnold. And it's Peyton Wilson roaring up from his inside linebacker position to drop him for the sack.
The archer finds his prey. And right there, Peyton Wilson lined it up, drilled it, immediately came right up the A-gap. Running back looked like it was going to block it, and they escaped to the left. And Peyton Wilson saw it and slammed it for a big loss and a sack on the play.
Darnold back looking to throw, and Darnold is sacked. First career sack for Jack Sawyer as he rockets in and throws him to the ground.
Beautiful job by Jack Sawyer. They set wide, and Jack Sawyer just absolutely shot out of a cannon in the C-gap. Nobody there to block him, and he just absolutely takes Sam Darnold to the turf, and a big 9-yard loss on the play.
Now settles back in, gets a snap. Back to pass, looking right. Now steps up in the pocket and is going to be taken down. A sack on the play as Cam Hayward gets in there and drops him for a 1-yard loss at the 30.
This is what you have to do with Drake May. I said it in the beginning. Rush, contain, and then compress in. You don't want to give him an outlet left or right. We talked about that with Peyton Wilson. He knows how to play this guy, but defensively, keep everything bottled up.
3 receivers to his right as he gets a snap. Back to pass, looking right, under duress, and down he goes. And another sack, and it's Cam Hayward in there, along with Derek Harman. Back-to-back big plays out of the rookie.
Welcome, big fella, to the NFL. We were worried about whether there was going to be a snap count, whether there was going to be caution, put kick gloves on him. No. You let that big land mammal go, and he has made 2 great plays in a row, and of course culminating in a sack and now a punt for New England.
Oh, impressive stuff from Derek Harman.
They're only about 8 seconds behind what the Steelers had, which was a commanding lead.
And T.J. Watt with the sack as he comes up with the sack, and out come the terrible towels.
The drought is over.
It's over.
The king is back. Let's just go ahead, hail Caesar on the sack master, T.J. Watt.
2 to the right. May back to pass, looking, pump fakes, is hit in the backfield, shrugs it off, hit this time, doesn't shrug off. T.J. Watt back at the 40-yard line. 2nd sack of the game for Watt.
And T.J. has been working so hard here. He didn't even do his big stomp boot. The retrace up the field and just wraps May down for the loss. We need some more magic here. We need the spirit of renegade, as Wolf would ask for. A little bit of mojification in the stadium here.
5th sack by the Steelers. Snap and blitz coming by Patrick Queen. Untouched. He nails Wentz back at the 24-yard line.
I'll take a better, Rob. I told you that was a better. We got a sack there. Patrick Queen comes unabated, and I would say this. You might want to get the license plate of that truck because he just trucked Carson Wentz.
He sure did. Came in untouched from the left side. Now Riker will set up right in the middle of the field. Shotgun gets a snap. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Backside. Down he goes. Nick Herbig with a sack all the way back at the 41-yard line of the Vikings.
Mama, there goes that man. 51 has been active since he's been active, making a key play. A sack in his first game against the Seahawks. Interception, of course, in the game last week, and now another big play. Welcome back, Mr. Herbig, with a big play opposite T.J. Watt.
Wow, great stuff by Herbig. The empty set, gets the snap, back to pass. Looking, steps up, pressure, down he goes. Flag comes in late behind the play, but Herbig and Benton in on this sack together. Right now, let's see what the call is going to be. First here from Brad Allen. Looks like the Vikings heading off the
Holding.
field.
Offense, number 27. That penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
Get near is now get here, baby. I told you they needed to get here, and Keanu Benton absolutely did a great job. He was double-teamed coming up the middle on the route. and just absolutely undeterred as he took Carson Wentz to the ground. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to escape. He got smothered by the Steelers defense.
Lucky on 2 fumbles that have come back to them. Now Wentz back under pressure, and down he goes. Initial pressure by T.J. Watt, and a second sack from Keanu Benton.
Oh, I love that action. T.J. Hockenson was trying to whip the block because they were trying to throw a little tight end quick screen to the right, but T.J. Watt was on him immediately, and then Keanu Benton coming up the middle and finishes the job for the big play.
Steelers lead 3rd and 9. Wentz gets the snap, back to pass. Steelers bringing pressure, and down he goes again. Another sack, and Keanu Benton did it again in there with T.J. Watt for another sack.
And listen, Blake Brandel, burn this film after it's done. He got absolutely destroyed on this play, and it was not even close. Carson Wentz didn't even get to the back of his drop where he could set, and Keanu Benton was on him once again. Of course, the combo with Watt.
Brings Fannin in motion, play action pass. Gabriel, the blitz coming, and Jalen Ramsay coming in off the left side of the defense, hammers Gabriel for his first sack as a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Woo! That was a full head of steam off the slot there, and normally that is to the quarterback side that he could see, but being a left-handed quarterback, when you blitz from the offensive right, defensive left, that's the blind side. He absolutely nailed him right in the back of the 8 of Dylan Gabriel's jersey.
Crowd up, towels waving. Gabriel gets the snap, back looking, and Gabriel is going to be taken down. There's a flag on the play, but it looks like this is going to be against the Browns. I don't know which of the 4 Steelers laying on top of Gabriel is going to get credit for this sack.
I know. T.J. Watt gets it.
Holding, offense number 68. Penalty is declined. Result of the play is 4th down.
Usually when an offensive lineman's lobbying like that, you know it's their fault. Cam Robinson, obviously newly acquired, played a little bit last week, getting his first extended look. Of course, working against that man, 51, Herbig, and he just absolutely takes him down.
Gets the snap, play action pass, rolling out, now stepping up in the pocket, and down he goes. Oh, Highsmith got there, Harman got there as well, as he is sacked back at the 25-yard line to the right. Going toward the open end of the end zone here at Acrisure Stadium. Gabriel gets a snap, back to pass, looking left, under pressure. Herbig gets him back at the 14 and slings him to the turf.
That's a moment. That's a moment. We've been looking for these big plays, and of course, Big Play Herbig, I think, is why I'm going to have to change it. I know Big Play Slay has his nickname, but Herbig has come up big every game since he's been back week 2. He's come up with one of these plays. And
extends the hand, gets the snap, back to pass, looking, and going to be hit from the backside, and he is going to be taken down. It is Herbig once again. A huge imprint on this game for Nick Herbig over the last several minutes.
I don't even know what the Hawaiian word is for game wrecker, but whatever it is, I'm not even going to try and botch it up, but he has been an absolute terror.
Showing pressure. They will bring 4. And here's Ramsay on the backside, and Ramsay will track down Gabriel moving to his left. Second sack of the game for Jalen Ramsay, all the way back to the Browns' 41-yard line.
All that goodwill, all that yardage, taken away in consecutive plays. First Herbig, and now Jalen the Ram Ramsay gives his second sack of the game. Big moment here, 4th and long.
Gets a snap, back to pass, looking, trouble, down he goes. Keanu Benton coming off the left edge, brings him down. T.J. Watt comes in late. It's a loss of 6 back to the 23-yard line.
So much for that offensive line only giving up 1 sack a week ago.
Yeah,
Green Bay Packers, I like you, Mark Parsons. I'll take a T.J. Watt and the rest of that swarm. And Keanu Benton just absolutely blew the doors off of rookie Jalen Rivers, who's starting right now at right guard for them. And we know what Steelers defenders like to do to rookie offensive linemen in this league.
They're under pressure. They finally get to him. Finally. Cam Hayward, the first guy to get in there. T.J. Watt also in that play.
Teddy Karras and both of their leaders make a play when this defense needs it.
Yeah, 2 guys who figure to both wind up in Canton someday. 3rd and 18.
Jones in the shotgun. Play action pass. Looking. Here comes the TJ Watt from the back end. Knocks away the ball. TJ Watt's got it. He's picked it up. Watt, the strip sack. And TJ Watt makes a play the Steelers desperately needed to turn it over. And the Steelers will have the ball close to midfield here.
Welcome back, Mr. Watt. Been silent the last couple of weeks. Comes up huge. Strip, sack, fumble, fumble recovery. A triple statter on one play.
Pistol formation has Taylor behind him. Gets a snap. Play action pass. Back. Pressure. Down he goes. Alex Highsmith comes up with a sack. Back inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that was a beautiful little twist done on the inside, and we call it an ET out of the 4-2. He wraps underneath. Great job of Cam Hayward just blowing up the field, and Alex Highsmith beating Bernard Ryman on that play for the sack.
A loss of 10 all the way back to the 27-yard line. Doing in motion around the formation. Jones back to pass, and Keanu Benton with a sack back inside the 20-yard line, and the fist pump as this crowd is roaring at Acrisure.
That is what we call avalanche. Keanu Benton bursting up the middle and just almost unabated, it felt like. I don't know where that was, but all I saw was Gonzalez, just holding on with the back hand as Daniel Jones goes to the ground. Great job by Keanu Benton.
Jones gets a snap, back to pass, stepping up in the pocket, hit by Herbig and taken down. Ball comes out late. I don't know if this is going to be called a fumble. I think it is a fumble. So a fumble recovery, or a fumble caused by Herbig, got the strip.
And Tyler Warren on the recovery to the outside, taking another look at it. Yeah, ball got stripped. Great job by Herbig, because Daniel Jones fell on top of Herbig. He's still a live man. Ball gets stripped out.
Colts in hurry-up mode, and back to pass is Jones, and he's hit from the backside by Alex Highsmith. And now they're saying it's a fumble. Oh, I thought the arm was moving forward, but it's a Highsmith fumble forced. It is a Harman recovery, and it is the Steelers football.
5, count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turnovers between the defense and the special teams unit. 4th one, 2nd fumble by Daniel Jones, 2 interceptions, and of course the muff punt to start the game. What a tremendous job by this Steelers defense. They are turning in a heck of a day.
Back to pass. Steelers bringing pressure, and he is going to be sacked, taken down from behind. Herbig was in on that, as well as, I believe, was that Duggar in there on the blitz?
Duggar blitzed as well, but Nick Herbig running the hula hoop over there on the right side on Trey Pipkins, and a great angle, great off, and then the guard even backed out of there as well. Oh, sorry, Bradley Bozeman, the center, came out as well. Neither one of them could stop what Nick Herbig was bringing off the edge. It was a beautiful pass rush.
Yeah, Duggar came in late, but I think Herbig will get full credit for that sack. That'll give him 5.5 now, and shotgun. Steelers showing blitz, and they will bring the blitz. Herbert under duress, and down he goes. How about Keanu Benton? 4.5 sacks on the season for number 95.
Light work for 95. A great job whipping the block head up. It was a beautiful job. He was in the A-gap between Bradley Bozeman and Mekhi Becton, and just simply worked the angle and got in between them.
Herbig's down in a 3-point stance. 4-man rush coming as the snap is taken, and down he goes. Sacked. And that's Highsmith, the reigning AFC Player of the Week, and his 2nd sack of the game.
Beautiful job there. Nick Herbig and TJ Watt lined up on the offensive right, defensive left. They provide pressure, which pushes the guard and the tackle out. So Herbert's forced out to the right into the jaws of 56. Alex Highsmith, great sack, great defensive structure there.
So one by now gets a snap, back to pass, looking, steps up, and this time he's going to be wrestled down, and it's Highsmith who got him and dragged him down, and I believe that is going to be a 2nd sack for Highsmith. He got him right around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I would say that's it. I mean, that's not a horse collar, because a horse collar is technically from behind, and there's no such thing as a reverse horse collar.
Right. Gets the snap, back to pass, looking left, looks back to the right, tries to step up, and he's going to be sacked. T.J. Watt gets him right around midfield, so the Steelers come up with another sack, and the Steelers will use a timeout here. Two to the left as he gets a snap. Back, under pressure, down he goes. He is sacked by Nick Herbig, back at the 25-yard line.
Oh, what a beautiful jump on Orlando Brown in the snap count by Herbig, who does almost like a swim and a dip at the same time, comes almost unabated and just knocks out Flacco on that play. Great job by Nick Herbig,
who is now your Steelers sack leader with 6.5 sacks. Is it Dunze? Williams back, looking right now, in trouble. T.J. Watt gets it, flips it down, the ball is loose, and the Steelers have recovered in the end zone. It's a Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown as Herbig flops on top of the fumble caused by T.J. Watt for the Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown.
Turnovers for 7. That's the theme here. You got one with the Bears, and they had to drive to get it. This one, T.J. Watt coming in with the big sack and strip, and of course Nick Herbig diving on top of it. That is a touchdown. What an amazing job by this defense applying the pressure to Caleb Williams.
Ball at the 31-yard line, gets a snap. Steelers bringing pressure. Jackson back and under duress, and down he goes, sacked inside the 25-yard line, and it's Brandon Eccles coming up with his first sack of the season.
Nickel blitz off the backside, and once again, this is something that a traditional Lamar Jackson is not susceptible to. He usually breaks through those guys, especially undersized guys like a Brandon Eccles working on an offensive lineman. Great spin move, by the way, by Eccles.
Been retreating as the ball snapped to Lamar Jackson. Rush coming from the backside. He's hit and taken down. It's Highsmith with the sack back at the 38-yard line, and that will do it. The Steelers come to M&T Bank Stadium and win 27-22, and they are back in first place by themselves in the AFC North.
What a tremendous job. Alex Highsmith with the track down. And what a tremendous play to end this game. The Steelers defense comes alive. A stop on 4th down in the red zone on the previous drive, and a sack to end this game. Wow, oh wow, AFC North, Steelers are back in first place.
Steelers showing a little bit of pressure here. Now they're going to bring 4. Wilson comes late on the blitz, and here comes Ramsay and gets him on the sack. Back at the 30-yard line. Jalen Ramsay with his 3rd sack of the season.
And on no better person than his former teammate, Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Ramsay came blasting through the backside C-gap. Tua pumps, Jalen finishes on a big sack that knocked them way back behind where they started this football, back almost on the 30-yard line.
14-yard sack. Change 3rd quarter. Tua gets a snap. Back to pass. 4-man rush. Tua looking, nowhere to go. Rolling left, being pursued. Down he goes. Sacked by Peyton Wilson. Back at the 16-yard line. 2nd sack of the season for Peyton Wilson.
And the pursuit by Peyton Wilson comes off the edge free. Tua can't find anybody to get to. And Peyton Wilson, first man there, and Alex Highsmith right behind him.
Ball at the 28-yard line of the Steelers. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Empty set for Tua. 4-man rush for the Steelers. Tua back. Pressure coming. And Cam Hayward with the sack. And it is his first sack since October 16th at Cincinnati. Hayward has been all over the field for the Steelers.
And he gave a nice little subtle nod to his teammate, the fallen warrior right now, T.J. Watt.
64 is reported.
Okay, Mike ref went out. Nobody cares that 64 is eligible again. But he gave the Watt rip and foot kick in honor of his buddy.
Pocket, lifts the leg, gets the snap, back to pass. Looking, some pressure coming, now steps up in the pocket, being pursued backside, and Odamewo with a sack. Asezi Odamewo, his first sack as a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Otomewo with a big sack here, makes it a 4th and 3. Jahmyr Gibbs is a lone setback. And play action pass. Goff looking, and he is swallowed up, taken down by Keanu Benton, who now has 5.5 sacks on the season, right up the middle.
And this is what I told you. Kingsley Egukan is one of those guys. He's only had 3 snaps, but actually, you know who he beat? He actually beat Christian Mahogany because they were running slide pro to the right, so a quick swim to the outside, and Keanu Benton was right in Goff's face immediately.
Motion man is Ferkshire right to left. Goff play action pass. Back. Steps up. Cam Hayward there. Down he goes. Swallows him up. Back at the 10-yard line. Back-to-back weeks where Captain Cam has a sack for the Steelers.
Hey, showing up for his buddy number 90 who is not here in the building. And just working over the left side, working over Mahogany. And it's just an arm over, and then he slides to the inside and just wraps up Goff. Goff can't do anything. Goff is trying to get the ball away, but there's no chance when you got the bare paws of Cam Hayward on you.
Steelers showing pressure up the middle. They will bring 4 with an outside blitz. And Goff is wrapped up by that blitzer and thrown down for a safety. It's Duggar who came on the late blitz on the offensive left side and swirled him down for a safety.
Thank you, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph there on that one. Kyle Duggar absolutely flew through the line. He was on the far left side off of the slot, and at the drop, just wheeled his way inside in between Mahogany and Egukan and just nailed Jared Goff right in the middle of the end zone between the I and the O of Lions. And we have a safety, or AKA the praying position, because we just got a nice little lead there with 2 points.
Gets the snap, back to pass, 4-man rush coming. Sanders has time, now moves up to the right, caught from behind by Alex Highsmith and dropped with a sack back at the 39-yard line. 7.5 sacks now for Alex Highsmith.
And that was just pure determination coming off the edge. Alex Highsmith was just not going to be denied at one hit, then beating Cam Robinson, and then the redirect as Shedeur Sanders felt the pressure. And we talked about this. This is where Shedeur Sanders struggles. When he's put off the point or he has to rush, that's when they get into.
Sanders gets a snap, 4-man rush coming. Flushed out to the right, rolling, and is tripped up and brought down by Alex Highsmith. Back inside the 30-yard line, a second sack in this game for Highsmith. Give him 8.5 on the season.
And this was just pure relentless will. He ran a twist route with Esezi Odamewo, where Odamewo came wide and Highsmith looped to the inside, so had a good track when Shedeur Sanders was flushed out to his right and made a great play at his legs to knock him down.
Motion man across the formation is Andrews. Back to pass. Lamar in trouble and taken down. Nick Herbig with the sack inside the 35-yard line, and Acrisure Stadium has erupted.
Hawaiian LT comes through again in the big moment. Nick Herbig working the inside and absolutely blowing up Rasheen Ali before taking Lamar Jackson to the ground. Big loss there and a big opportunity here on the punt return, as we now got, Calvin Austin back there, I believe, returning punts again since he's back in the lineup?
It is. Jackson gets a snap. Pressure coming, wants to set up the screen. Pump fakes as the Steelers have it well defended and tracked down from behind by Highsmith. Back at the 25-yard line. It's a sack and a loss of 3, and give Highsmith 9.5 sacks on the season.
And that's another one. Alex Highsmith gets in the way of the throw to Keaton Mitchell, which they wanted to set up the running back screen, forcing Lamar to double pump it and then start to run around. And then, of course, tracking down Alex Highsmith, coming off the edge like a Wolverine and making the play on Lamar Jackson from behind.
Why 10 men up within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Stroud gets a snap. The Steelers will bring 4. Stroud is taken down, tripped up first by Watt and then tracked down by Harman right at the line of scrimmage. I don't know if this will officially be a sack, but an excellent job. They're going to call it a sack. 3rd sack here for the Steelers. Stroud had not been sacked once in his last 3 games.
And this Steelers defense, 3 turnovers, 3 sacks. What's 2 of the things they don't really do on this offense?
Turn the ball over and give up sacks.
And they've done all of those